Hello, I'm Minetopia and welcome to Minetopia episode 4. As you can see, we are immediately kicking off this episode with a short time lapse of us just building a few more houses. I think what we're going to be doing is over the next few episodes we will build a few houses each episode. This seems to be the best balance between making progress on our base and also having time in the videos to do other things, as usually the time lapses only take up about a minute once it's sped up. But guys, I'll leave you to watch the time lapse and then I'll leave it to past me to carry on with the video. And so, 2 more houses are built, if they render in, that is. Now, I know it doesn't look like much right now, but what you need to remember is each house is about half an hour's work, and these 2 houses together have taken up full stacks of spruce and a whole load of dark oak. So these aren't just things that we can get the whole village done in one episode. It's going to take a little bit of time. We'll do a few houses each episode. Another thing, I am really regretting building the roofs out of copper. What you can see right here, 2 and a bit roofs are finished. This is about a stack and a half of copper blocks, which is 12 stacks of copper ingots. So it's not the easiest thing to build roofs out of copper. As well as that, I completely forgot that when you're not in creative, you have to wait ages for them to change. So what I'm doing is I've placed them all down, and then I've randomly waxed a few of these to this color. Then I'll let them change, randomly wax a few at these color, let them change again, randomly wax a few more, and then the last ones will be blue. And by the end we should have a nice random mix of all of the different types of copper. So that should look really good. But we have not got enough copper to finish off the roofs of the 2 new houses, so we're just going to leave them for now. What I'll probably do is later on in the episode go mining for a whole bunch of copper and just finish them off. I also don't have any campfires, I need to get those, and we will do that there. And also later on in the episode we will probably do the interior of all of these houses, because at the moment it is kind of empty. There's just nothing here at all in any of them, so we got to sort those out. But I just thought I'd do a quick update on how things are going on the server. So with our crafting tables, we have 12 crafting tables right now. We have a bit of an issue. We've hardly done anything and we've got 12 crafting tables somehow. It gets to a point where I'm in a time lapse that, like, if I was to have to fly away and get a crafting table and come back, there'd be a really weird jump in the time lapse, and it's just easier to make another one. So what I think we'll do is let these kind of build up over the series, and then by the end of the season we'll build some sort of massive build out of all the crafting tables that we've collected over the season. I may end up asking people for their spare crafting tables as well. We'll kind of see how it goes. But just to kind of get a grasp of how our neighbour Marley is going on, first of all, he's done a bit of work on his house. It's starting to come together now. He seems to also have not finished his roof, just like I have. But he's starting to build the back. But the main work he's been doing is over at his side of the island. So I'm just going to quickly fly over there and we'll show you what it looks like. In fact, I'm not actually going to cut this, just so that you can see how big our island is. So at this point, this river kind of separates each half of the island. So my island area is all of this part, and we've got a massive mountain range there. And then his is this massive forest area, I guess. He's also got a plains area. So this is Marley's side of the island, and as you can see, over the past couple of days, he has been very busy with farms and things. So he's basically got his own infinite rockets now. He's got massive sugar, well, not really massive. He's got a relatively good sized sugarcane farm, as you can see it going here. And he's also got a pretty good mob farm over there. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be setting up a tree farm as well. So he's really grinding out a lot of the game here, pretty much. So we're going to need to get caught up with people. We're going to have to start a load of new farms. But I'm going to show you guys what my plan is instead of having farms out in the open like this. Okay, so I don't know what's up with the server. The chunks are kind of dying. But if we just look at our island, we've kind of got it set up to have a bunch of pathways down here as a massive kind of dock area. And then there'll be a bunch of kind of pirate ships and sailing ships and trading ships all about the waters. But what I want to do is in one of these 5 parts here, probably the middle one just to make it look a bit better, I want to have it where I can press a button or a lever and have it come down. And then underneath we have a massive empty area that we can clear out, and that will be where our storage system and all the farms are for our starter base. Just because that way it just won't be an eyesore, there won't be lots of random redstone farms and a weird storage system out in the open. It'll all be pretty nice, just kind of hidden away, and it should look nice under there. We can decorate it. What I want to do though is focus on the actual island part and the dock area, because so far all we've done is build a bunch of houses. So I'm going to place a whole load of stone brick walls across in the gaps like they're meant to go, and then I think what we're going to do is work on the actual wooden dock area that goes down here, and same on the other side. So we're going to go do that real quick, and then I've got something a little bit bigger planned. And so it's done. Over here we have a little bit of a smaller dock area. We'll probably end up building a ship here in the next episode. And then as we go around the corner we have a bit of a bigger dock. I may end up extending it a little bit, but this is where the main boats will be, so there'll be lots around here, and I'll probably end up building some off in the distance as well. And I'm thinking of putting some sort of little lighthouse here just to let people know that there's a rock there, because at the night time you won't be able to see that. But as I said, I now want to do something a little bit bigger. I don't know if I'll get it completed in this episode, probably won't, but we can at least get it started because it's kind of important. As I said at the beginning of the episode, I want to build a massive storage system and a whole load of different farms underneath this area. So what I think I'm going to do is head over to the shopping district and just see if anyone's selling any beacons, because if so, that would really speed up this process of digging out the entire area underneath us. So let's go over to the shopping district real quick and we'll see if they're selling anything over there. Okay, screw that idea. The beacon shop hasn't actually been made yet. It's being made over the next few days, so we'll be able to get it somewhere soon. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it in time for this episode. If not, I'll do it at the beginning of next episode. So I think instead we're going to work on the redstone door for the entrance to this place. I'm going to try and figure out where I'm going to put it. I'll probably do it in this middle section just because it's easiest. I don't know how I'm going to have the button or things. Maybe underneath the water. I kind of need to figure it all out, but let's do some redstone, I guess. So I guess the first step of what we need to do is to clear out this area, this hole. I don't know how big it's going to need to be, so I'm just going to guess and then hope it's correct, and if not, then I guess we cry. Okay, after a little bit of calculating, I'm pretty sure this is as far down as we need to go, so this is going to be quite a lot of digging. I guess we just do it. And after a lot of digging, I suddenly remembered something. Oh, I'm also kind of stupid and just realised that I'm going to need a whole load of obsidian for this, and I don't have any, so I guess cue a time lapse of us breaking a load of obsidian. And so, just down here, in this chest, there is 100 obsidian. I think it's like 111 actually, but it's basically 100 obsidian. But we still can't actually work on this door yet, mainly because we are going to need about 50 honey blocks, and I've only got 12. So I have put in a custom order with the honey shop. They are working on it. It's just going to take a little bit of time because obviously honey isn't the quickest thing to be produced, so we're probably going to have to work on this in the next episode. But there is one or two more things that I want to talk about in today's episode, and it consists of us going to the shopping district. So the first thing that I want to show is our enchant shop has actually been doing really well as a source of income. But this isn't the only shop that I want to create. Everyone is starting to build their own shops as well now, including Marley, who's starting to build his wood shop, seeing as he now has a tree farm. And I've been thinking of some sort of shop that Won't necessarily do amazing for sales, but it's useful for everyone to have, and it'll be just kind of like an extra sideline passive income. On this server we have a bunch of different plugins, and a few of those plugins include the mob heads, player heads, and mini blocks. All the mini blocks are traded by different wandering traders, so what I want to do is eventually get a stash of different wandering traders and set up some sort of mini block and mob head shop. It won't necessarily be something that lots of people will be buying, but it'll be something useful that everyone can use, and if they ever want to add some little extra details, they can just go there and it should be pretty well priced. But of course that's going to take a lot of setting up because I'm going to have to wait for a bunch of wandering traders to spawn. So until then, there is this new mini game. Of course our mini game has just ended. It was actually won by Malinky, who had 0 deaths. Not sure how long they played for, but we are going to have to remove this so that someone can build their shop there. And our minigame has actually been replaced with Please Die, which is pretty much the opposite of what our game was. Basically, what this is you have to come up with the most creative way to kill yourself by the 1st of September. So I have an idea. I may as well explain it now, just kind of as a rough sketch. May not end up doing it, I may end up thinking of something else, but we'll see how it all goes. What I want to do is have some sort of roller coaster that gets you close to death constantly, and then at the end, as you get out of the roller coaster, you suffocate in the wall. So I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, I think it would be a pretty funny idea, so we are going to put 5 diamonds in and rename this to our IGN. But this is going to take a lot of time to set up, so we'll probably work on this over the next few episodes. But unfortunately, that is the end of today's episode. Like I said, in the next episode we will get to work on building a load of ships, and we will also finish off that redstone door, and we may even start working on this weird roller coaster. I'm probably going to build it somewhere near here so that after we've used it, I'll let other people use it, and I'll just get rid of the suffocation, so it's kind of like a interesting moment either on stream or on video where they get close to death but they don't quite die. But we'll see how it goes. I need to kind of plan that all out in creative and figure out how close you get to death each time, because I'm not going to risk dying a whole load of times on this server just to test it out. So guys, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you did get this far, check if you're subscribed. I'm uploading weekly Minetopia content right now, so there's always something new. And I'm also doing one-off videos every now and then. Finally, I'm going to be streaming Minetopia every Monday now, so make sure to check out the link in the description for my Twitch, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.